Thanks, Coach. Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in. You name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Philadelphia Eagles. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape. As they get it up past the 30.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go. 15, 1, 59. Get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Jim.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal.
Check. Watch out.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jordan Howard hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. Room here to run. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. He brings the kickoff back 85 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Wynn's going to try and throw on third. Escaping the pressure right. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Leonard Floyd racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. But now it's 3rd down. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Open man is Uzomah. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. He spins free. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? #1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. #2 goal is win your division. #3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Hey, foxtrot. 50's the mic. I got one.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Flushed out right and complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
5-9. Hey, seam 6.
Again, it's Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
51, Mike.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also,
trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And now look at him go. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because this is exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On first down, they run with Howard. Tackle made there by Zach Brown. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
Here we go. Sweetie! Right here. Tight right. Kill. Hey, check.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And he's got another first down. The tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Wentz now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Forced out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for them to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Back to Mixon on first down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill, open man is Ross, complete. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Go. 60 or 80 weapons. Let's go, defense. Hey, Delta.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position, the ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it, and even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Shotgun now for Wentz. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
81.
Wentz to throw again. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Set.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Tannehill. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Cincinnati.
Let's go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
57.
Out of the gun, Tannehill going deep downfield for Ross. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Flush to his right. And this is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to check. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15, and a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Rock it.
It's Mixon on the counter. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Tannehill now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Crayvon LeBlanc with a pick. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Hey, Charlie.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Hey, zoom.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Now Wentz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz His third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT, and that cuts this lead down to 13.
Bengals 27, Eagles 14. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over first and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
60 Pittsburgh. X3. 218. Chop. Get it.
Mixon with a first down carry. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hurry, hurry.
Here's Tannehill. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
He's got 6'6". Pull it.
Now Tannehill. He completes it to Boyd. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
General West. You go tight. You got tight. 5.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
You better be ready. Let's go.
Tannehill throwing again to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
5.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, as the first half is winding down. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
It's a pickup of 7, and it is also the final play of the first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Wentz now on first down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Throwing again on second down. Wentz. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
To throw is Wentz. And incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Wentz again. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Tannehill. And it's knocked away and incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now it's Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any...
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Wentz now to throw. Rolling to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Sunday. Bravo.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Taken from just outside the 30.
Let's go. Bring it.
First and 10. at their own 31-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. They'll run on first down. Mixon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's got his man, Boyd. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36. Tannehill now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Tannehill. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Exit.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Wentz now on first down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way.
Go, Jackrabbit. Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Fletcher Cox, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go. 50, plant. Let's go, D. Check 2.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 16-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Brown, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Wentz. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he'll be out right at the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. That's caught inside the 20. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 49 yards. From the red zone now, Wentz. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20, 10, 5. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 58 yards. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. On the delay, it's Howard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And now here is another interception. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We know these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
After the run, Tannehill going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 16. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Wentz going to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And some space here. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now, you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that is demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Wentz, and he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. 12 yards is the pickup, good for an Eagle first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let 82.
One final try now for Wentz. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ward. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cincinnati, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame that on Gino. Smells like a medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. For the cheating I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Been a fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this rhyme, I make that joke. Everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Time to bring the bass back.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why do not get violent.